Let's get some conversation on what's been happening between Pakistan and India now. This is breaking news this hour. You can see it in the red ticker on your screens. Pakistan, the latest is, claims it shot down 2 Indian Air Force jets in its airspace over Kashmir, capturing 1 pilot. Let's cross to Sultan Mahmood Ali, retired Group Commander of the Pakistani Air Force. Sir, thank you for your time today being with us. This goes beyond a regional issue because both Pakistan and India, of course, are nuclear powers. The world is looking on with much caution and interest. How dangerous is this flare-up? I know there's a bit of a delay on the line, sir.
It is unfortunate that this kind of an escalation has taken place, because what happened at Pulwama in Indian-occupied Kashmir on the 14th of February was very unfortunate, in which I believe more than 40 personnel of the Indian Army, they lost their lives. Following that, India was blaming Pakistan for it, to which our Prime Minister responded by saying that if you have actionable intelligence, please share it with us and we will take action. Unfortunately, there was a surgical strike carried out in the wee hours of yesterday morning, in which probably a dozen Mirage 2000 aircraft penetrated or violated the Pakistani airspace, and they dropped their bombs and some other munition. Pakistan Air Force retaliated this morning, and while the Indian Air Force tried to enter our airspace, 2 of them were shot down, 1 pilot was killed, and 2 have now been captured. Initially there was a report of 1 Indian pilot, now there are 2 of them who are in our custody.
As a military expert,
having said that, coming back to your question, how serious it is,
well, yeah, I was going to say, as a military expert, how serious is this? Are we going to see more and more tit for tat, or is it going to calm down?
I would actually hope, I may have a military background, I'm from the Pakistan Air Force, but I would like to see peace in the region, because both India and Pakistan, as you pointed out in your opening comments, are nuclear weapons equipped, and we do not want this to escalate to a mutually assured destruction, because that is what will happen. It will not remain a tit-for-tat action, it will definitely escalate into a full-scale war where it will be no holds barred. But you see, India took an action yesterday, and Pakistan took an action today in retaliation and shot down 2 of the aircraft. I'm hoping that we let it go at that, and we sit down and talk to each other, and if India has actionable intelligence, our Prime Minister has assured he will take definite action. This is a new government in Pakistan which is very serious, and it knows that its own development plans will be totally, you see, they will not be able to prosper or see fruition if we have tension in the region.
What you've said there, sir, is hugely grim, this prediction that you're making. You're saying that it could very well lead to some sort of nuclear conflagration. And you, of course, just reminding our viewers, are a retired Group Commander of the Pakistani Air Force. You're a man that knows what you're talking about here. How could it really escalate from what we're seeing at the moment to some sort of nuclear conflict, which we're saying, well, you're saying yourself, would lead to mutual destruction on both sides? The world surely is not on the brink of that, is it, anytime soon?
I'm afraid, you see, India is the superior power. Its armed forces are 3 times the size of Pakistan. Its economy is much broader. It can sustain a lot of hits. Pakistan, being the weaker country, will be on the receiving end. But having said that, you should know, because Russia is itself a nuclear power, and whereas you want to show maturity, you want to show restraint, but if you're pushed against the wall and if push comes to shove, then Pakistan will be forced to retaliate with nuclear weapons, which could, of course, lead to a very serious destruction in the region. But I am hoping,
because the whole point of nuclear weapons, hopefully, is a deterrent, not to be used yet.
Both India and Pakistan, like Russia, come in. Absolutely, it should be kept as a deterrent and never be brought out of the closet. But let us hope that the situation doesn't come to that. Unfortunately, once you have this kind of weapons on both sides, and if there is a desperate situation, then desperate situation, unfortunately, will lead to desperate measures.
Well, let's hope it certainly doesn't come to that. Thank you so much for being on the line with us. It's a real eye-opener. Sultan Mahmood Ali, retired Group Commander of the Pakistani Air Force.